$6.9、お水$1.6で、チキンカツに約$7弱。
カラスが乗ってる。口開けなくていい、先にやれば。もうちょっと左。もうちょっと左。左向き。いいよ、行くよ。 はいチーズ。もうちょい上。 OK。
Spring blossoms. Watch the symphonies come alive as we unveil 准备欣赏我们特别为您带来的演出吗？
we go. I've been everywhere, I've seen so many things. I've loved and I have lost, I felt the bite, the sting. I've died 100 times.
Next stop, Resorts World Station, Singapore's only first integrated Resorts World Station. Alight here for Resorts World Sentosa. Please mind the platform gap. Resorts World Station.
I don't wanna be the girl, but I kinda need a word. Well, I'm into you. And all I know, it's been a long time. I was on the sideline waiting for you. We could go to California or anywhere you wanna. As long as I'm with you, I'm alright.
I just got to move. Take a look at all the shining lights. Nothing beats that view. Would you meet me on the floor tonight? And it's California. I couldn't afford you, baby. Ooh, yeah, this place just makes you, kinda makes you want to. Yeah, it makes you want to. It kinda makes you want to.
You came along, couldn't look away. Somehow you turned my life completely upside down. And since you've been gone, there's no peace of mind. Foolish heart and healing thought I would be fine. No matter where I lay my head, another time, another bed. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. No matter who I try to love, it's always you I'm thinking of. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. Your silhouette dancing on the wall. I try to close my eyes, but then I hear you call. Yeah, your perfume that I still can stand. But every time I think these scars about to mend. No matter where I lay my head, another time, for the first time in ages, I wake up and don't hate it. I guess I found some peace. Through the day to the evening, without shouting and screaming, something new to me. Alone without being lonely, getting back to the old me. It's kinda nice to feel free. I thought this was over, thought I could control it. But if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I how it goes.